Good morning.
Good morning.
Look around, there's nothing but blue skies. I'm Cindie Leitman, and I'm here to welcome you to the Center of Spiritual Living Tacoma, all of you here in the sanctuary and those online. Welcome, everybody. Our musicians today are Benny Yangco on the clarinet, and our special musical guest, Gina Salā. And Drew will be telling you more about Gina in just a few moments. Our audiovisual team is Erik, Perrohe, Ronald, and Max Ebersole up there. You don't have to hold your applause. We'll clap for everybody at the end, okay? Otherwise, we'll be here till 1 o'clock. Our practitioners today are Suzanne Frazier on platform and Mona Williams holding high watch or consciousness in the back. Thanks to our greeters, Lisa and Tye back there. Say hi. Hi. They're the ones smiling back there. And also to Jack for coordinating our coffee service today. I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay. Kathy is doing our coffee service today. And our speaker today, including the music, is Gina Salā. I'm going to start with the announcements. Let me just make sure where I am here. Yeah, okay. So on Saturday, the 23rd at 10 a.m., there's going to be a follow-up to the grief workshop that we did last Saturday. How many of you were here for that? Wasn't that incredible? So I'm not exactly sure what the follow-up is, but is Linda Smith here? No? Okay. So please come for that. I think it's maybe some stuff has come up for you during the last week from the workshop, and you'll have an opportunity to talk about it at the follow-up. Our community Thanksgiving is November 28th. It's time to sign up for it. And we were there last year. It was great. We had 28 people there. We had an absolute feast. If you want to cook here, we're open at 9 o'clock, so you can come and cook in the ovens, and we'll serve at 1 o'clock. And everybody should bring a side dish for the turkey. The turkey and the gravy will be provided by the center, okay? So we're going to have a good time. We'll be collecting toys for children for Christmas House now through December 8th. So please, if you want to contribute here, please bring new unopened toys. Pardon me. Saturday, November 23rd at 7 p.m., we're going to have a healing Reiki sound bath. We're going to have a mystical path on Thursdays starting January 6th. I think that's for 7 weeks. Who's doing the mystical path? Christine S. Young? Okay. And it's 7 weeks long, right? Okay. So early registration is $220 until January 5th, and then after that, $245. So I want to tell you a little bit about the Center for Spiritual Living Tacoma. We are an inclusive, welcoming, and heart-centered community. So if you're new today and if you're comfortable raising your hand, please do so we can welcome you. Who's new? Oh my goodness. Whoa. Keep your hands up for a moment so people can give you our new visitors packet. So welcome to all of you. It's wonderful to have you here. Let's take a moment to remember who we are and what we believe. The Center for Spiritual Living Tacoma is a peaceful, loving, and joyful spiritual community with a shared set of values, principles, and practices. We embody an understanding of our oneness with Source. We are committed to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence on the planet. Our vision is to create a world that works for everyone. We help to empower you to bring your dreams to life. And we do this together through practicing meditation and prayer, offering a spiritual home, teaching universal spiritual principles, giving consciously, living in the present moment, engaging in a life of service, and providing a pathway to peace of mind. So if those interest you, stick around. This is an amazing place. There's so much healing that happens here. Practitioners will be in the prayer room at the back after service, holding a prayer circle. So if you are in need of prayer, please join them. Thank you.
All right, good morning, good morning. Oh, this is a special morning. I can feel the energy crackling already. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be good stuff. I'm Drew Ebersole, Reverend Drew Ebersole here. First of all, I want to say the practitioners, you met them last week in our little fireside chat, many of them. If they could raise their hands again, we have a few of them here. Always come see them and talk to them about manifesting what you want, creating the world you want. They're perfect at that. I also want to mention that Pete is our wonderful guest drummer today, and Roger's going to be singing along as well. So we have two additions to our amazing Gina Salā. So let's welcome them too. Leslie has a quick announcement about your text messages on Breeze, so she's going to come and talk to us. Leslie's our Director of Operations, by the way, and a phenomenal human being. So welcome to the stage.
Good morning. I actually have another announcement to make real quick before I get into Breeze and text messaging. Our beloved Ona, her service dog, Toby, passed away a few weeks ago. And she has been on a journey to find a new service dog. And she has found him. His name is Eddie. And she has gently asked that we not approach the dog. He is in training. But let's welcome Eddie with a wave. And we're so glad. His name is Eddie. Yes, he's in the back with Ona. So you can come and say hi to Ona, but please don't approach the dog. Thank you. Now on to business. So Breeze has changed their text messaging, and you have to opt in to receive our text messages. So they did that at the beginning of November. If you ignored or opted out and would like to receive our text messages, please let me or Justin know so that we can get that started for you. It's very important. We send out notifications and reminders through text messaging. It's a very efficient way to communicate. I think that's it. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, another quick fun announcement. We got a lot to do before we just settle in for a beautiful service. And you know what? I was told it's someone's birthday today. Normally we don't do this, but he's in the booth and he's Ronald, and he's so amazing that I think we should all wish him happy birthday. All right, so real quick, you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ronald. Happy birthday to you. Now, many of you can't see it, but he's smiling ear to ear right now, so that's a good thing. Now, this is a time for big magic in our world. Big magic. We're making it in our pledges. We're making it in our life. We are not saying that we're going to stop at all. We're taking everything as an invitation to step into a bold, new, beautiful way of being. And Tye. What's big magic? Tye's going to tell us what big magic is at our pledge drive. So welcome Tye to the stage. He's our board treasurer, Tye Minckler.
Good morning. Good morning. So, as some of you know, Big Magic is our pledge drive for 2025, and that is the way we raise funds to fund this center for the next year. It's our primary mechanism for funding the operations, which you all appreciate, I know, and love. And so today, to talk a little bit about the meaning of that, is SueBob, who is a wonderful person and a fantastic giver here, and she has some words to share about the pledge drive, Big Magic.
Hey, everybody. When I first came here, it was for a wine and tapas event down in the basement. And everyone was so kind and so welcoming, and I felt the big magic right away. And I walked out that night thinking, oh, this is going to be part of my life. And then I realized, oh my, I've got a big problem, because I was really involved in another spiritual center at the time. I did their website, I did writing and social media for them. So it wasn't like I could just walk away from them. I had to transition my duties, and they gave me, you know, they were like, why can't you stay? And I was just like, because my heart is pulling me toward, you know, greater authenticity. And it's sometimes hard to leave a good thing for a great thing. You know, so I had to, it was like a breakup. I had to, you know, it's not you, it's me, really. So coming here, I feel like I can be myself and my full self, and that's what I see with everybody else too. This is a place it's okay, and there aren't that many places in the world where that's okay. At least I feel that way. I don't know, you know, you show up and people want you to be somewhat yourself, but not your whole self. You know, your work, your family, it's like, yeah, you're okay on a certain level, but this is a place where you can really express everything inside you and find support and love. And it's having that foundation, I think, that allows you to feel safe enough and loved enough that then you can go out in the world and try different things, you know, take risks, try to create things. And if it goes well, you've got a team that's behind you to support you. And if it doesn't go well, you've got people to hold your hand and give you a hug and say, we know that at heart you're really a good person, that you're trying to do good things, and we're gonna, you know, get you through this. So that's what's been really important about this center to me. And some people talk about giving and tithing as, you know, it's like a magical ATM where you put the money in and then money's gonna rain out of the sky. And I don't really feel that way, but I do feel like if I invest my time and my talents and my treasure in creating the world that I want, that I'll be okay and that I'll feel prosperous. Even when, you know, there's not a lot in the bank account, having a place like this where you can feel at home and you can feel yourself. You know, I had a fancy corporate job, and I'd wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning having panic attacks, and I didn't feel prosperous, you know. The checks came in, but I didn't feel that. And here, no matter what's going on in the rest of my life, I have that feeling of prosperity. And it's worth investing in, and it's worth feeling that magic and feeling that abundance of having something that's really worthwhile, really authentic, and just a beautiful part of your life. So it's time to pledge. Here's, you know, my little pitch for that, because it's a place that's worthy of your care and your support. I believe that, truly.
Tye, did you have anything else to say? You're good. Okay, all right. Drop the mic, you said. So in that vein, Tim, I'm going to make my pledge for the center, because we pledge as a family. Giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. You do them freely, and you will be free yourself. So there we go. Okay, a couple more quick things, and then we're going to launch right into our beautiful music. I've gotten a lot of gratitudes recently, but we don't have time to read them all today, so post one for next week. But there's like 40 of them, so I got to get through them next week. So it's great. Keep them coming. They're in your program. Put them in the collection plate if you wish. And if you want to make your pledge, please do. And talk to any Tye or any of us about what feels good for you. Make it comfortable, make it easier for you, but know that it's building something beautiful. Before I introduce Gina, she's going to come up and stay here. She's going to do a song. We're going to have the intro prayer from our practitioner, and then she's going to do a message in song. It's going to be really beautiful. What I want to say about Gina is that she is truly a force. And in the kindest, most generous, loving way. I've had the privilege of seeing her perform many times. I met her again recently at one of our co-ministers' ordinations, and she sang and we talked there. And so inviting her here was a no-brainer, and we're hoping that it's the first of several trips down to our CSL Tacoma community. But she is truly a gift, and I'll tell more about her. But I also want to say that what you're doing today is not just receiving your giving, and we're all unified in what's going to be transpiring here, in connecting a bigger world of love. It's going to reverberate out around our whole planet today. You're creating peace. And it's not always easy to do that, but it's done through work and practice. So I had someone the other day I was meeting, and they were saying, "Are you really always that happy? Is that real? I mean, come on." And I said, "Yes, it is." But I said, it's not because I don't have moments of sadness. In fact, to be vulnerable and real, I wake up almost every morning sad. I feel a little bit down. But what I've learned to do is that's not the problem. That's an invitation to practice. And then the practice lifts me up and fills me and infuses me with the kind of enthusiasm and generosity and openness that you're seeing in front of you. So it's not that we're all perfect or we have every perfect moment. It's that we embrace everything with a whole open heart that is fearless, fiercely fearless. And you have this in you. This is in you to do this as well. And so your happiness is an inside job. And it becomes an outside manifestation. It's called Inside Out. I think they made a movie about that recently. I should have coined that faster. Anyway, I'm just kidding. But you have that talent in you. And what we're going to be seeing today from Gina is a chance to do that work. So really quickly, I'd like you to know that for each other, because we can do that for each other. And I'd like you to high five or handshake or hug the people around you real quick and say, we're in this together and we're here to make big magic. Big magic. So this age of invitation, let's say yes. Let's say yes, and let's say yes to the practice that we're using today, because this practice you're going to be hearing, the kirtan chanting, the singing, it is a practice to lift you, to elevate you, to expand you into a consciousness which you have never known before, but it's always been there all along. So now, Gina's been chanting since her early childhood. She lived in a Hindu ashram. Her performance credits include Cirque du Soleil, United Nations, festivals, and ashrams around the world in 20-some languages. Blessed with wonderful gurus throughout her life, Gina's been leading classes, workshops, international retreats for over 25 years in the Bhakti, chant, raga, mantra sound for wellness and tantra and song. Her awakening voice and power of love and her ability to sing with warmth, humor, and devotion allows her to help us wake up to who we truly are. Let's take a deep breath together. Let's wake up to who we truly are and accept the invitation of song from Gina Salā.
What a blessing. And what every single person I've met here has been just radiant. Thank you. Let's just breathe together for a moment. Let's let the breath drop in and release. Feel the pleasure of our breath, this life that we've been given. And I'll start with just one little verse of one song for our birthday guy, and then sing a song with you all together, I hope. Let's chant Om together, a focusing mantra that connects us to the realization that past, present, future are here, and there is this eternal now. And that consciousness beyond waking, sleeping, dreamless sleep. Om. And happy Incarnation Day to everyone. On this day the Lord gave you life. May you use it to serve her. Our loving prayers surround you now. May you always remember you are loved. You are loved. We are loved, and we are loved. We are loved. And wherever we are, may we remember on this Incarnation Day that there's prayers surrounding us, love surrounding us. Those who've gone before us have prayed for us. Generations onward, we pray and we remember the eternal nature of our souls. And given that, we can begin just resting in that love. Lay back in the arms of love. Lay back in the arms of love. Rest back in the arms, beloved. You are safe from harm, eternal soul. Rest back in the arms of love. Let's sing that together. Lay back in the arms. Lay back in the arms of love. Lay back in the arms of love. Rest back in the arms, darling. You are safe from harm. Rest back in the arms of love. Well, sometimes we may wake up and we're not really feeling it all the way, as Drew was saying. And sometimes the head is busy with lots of things to think about. But love knows how to love, even when the mind forgets. So we just place our breath and our voices in our minds and being willing instruments. Let's sing it again together. Lay back in the arms of love. Lay back in the arms of love. Sing it to someone who's in your heart now. Rest back in the arms. You're safe. You are safe from harm. Rest back in the arms of love. Now, imagine that the lungs are the wings of the heart, and that you can open your chest and open your side body a little bit. And there's a word called darshan. Darshan in the Eastern tradition is when you cast blessings with your eyes. Kind of like being a secret Santa. Someone might not be looking at you, but you're just like, be well. Be well, my dear. Let's look around and cast darshan blessings with our eyes. Like you are the eyes of love itself. Looking around to our friends here. Lay back in the arms of love. Yes. Lay back in the arms of love. And someone's looking at you, and little baby in the belly too. Rest back in the arms, beloved. You are safe from harm. Rest back in the arms of love. And sometimes there are people that aren't that easy to love. Maybe they're different politically, or they've done that one thing. Or maybe there was that one thing that I also did that kind of stinks. But love says, I don't condemn you. And let's see all things new. Let's let that divine love sing through. One more time for everyone, including yourself and the difficult people. Lay back in the... And for ourselves when we're the difficult people. Lay back in the arms of love. Rest back in the arms. You are safe from harm. Rest back in the arms of love. And if I don't know how to love them, I say to the whole source of love, I am willing to love. I am willing to be willing. I am willing for my heart and mind to be safe passage for everyone to flow through. One last time for everyone, adding that balm, opening to surrender to that source, even in those moments that are most difficult. And this is how we be it. And for especially those times when you made a mistake. All right, here we go. Lay back in the arms of love. Oh, my sweet, sweet one. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. Rest back in the arms, beloved. You are safe from harm. Rest back in the arms of love. And we can rest back in the arms of love. Remind all the parts of ourselves and everyone else. Rest back in the arms of love.
And so, stay in that space. Stay in that space in the arms of love. Sweet Spirit's love. It's yours. It's absolutely yours. It's absolutely available to every person, all our little critters at home, the flowers we grow, the sun on our shoulders, the snow on the mountains. It's all spirit. And it's all this beautiful gift that all we have to do is accept it. Spirit exists right now, right now where you are, where we are together, where we choose to be together in this beautiful place this morning, to accept the gift of this holy, sacred music, to know the importance of each other, where we truly value one another, where we think about each other during the week, and can't wait to get back together on Sunday. It's all Spirit. Spirit loves us just as we are, absolutely where we are. It's just like this beautiful silk fabric that is just thrown out, floating, 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 soft, iridescent, comforting. And it's ours. It's free, it's available. And all we have to do is know that, believe that, hold that. Spirit lives within you. You are a manifestation of Spirit. You are the way Spirit appears in the world. I know that's true of you. I know it's true of myself. And I know that we hold that truly beautiful belief of love in one another. And so I just call this all so very good, so very well done. It's all done. Just accept and know it's true. I just say thank you. Thank you, sweet Spirit. And so it is.
Beautiful. Little praise for our earth. You know, we live in challenging, interesting times, don't we? On the one hand, we have so much, our creature comforts. We can order spices from anywhere in the world, music from anywhere. I think about that. The kings and queens, I would like music from this place. And yet, it sometimes can be challenging. And I've been thinking about a lot of people have been very stressed out about recent, political news and different things. And even if you weren't, the thing is animals, we're all on one level so interconnected that if one person feels it, the others do. Like if there's deers in the forest and one deer looks up like this, all the other deers look up like this, right? And then we're all like, what is it? And then the nervous system says, there must be something scary. We'll all find something to, it might even be something else, but your body says there's something scary. So then we find something. And it's not that there's not things to be scared of, but we know that we are co-creators with the source of love. And we're not just consumers of what's happening. To be co-creators of culture, not consumers of it only. Co-creators of what's happening, not just at the effect of it. And so the first thing I always love to do when I've experienced anything that could be scary or difficult is for me to remember my source and to also take care of the nervous system. Like if there was a child, I think of the body almost like a child. The body wants what it wants. And the nervous system is like, blah, and the mind's like, you're fine, you're fine. And the nervous system sometimes is like, blah, 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 blah. Anyone ever feel that happen? I know there's nothing to be afraid of, right? But it happens because we're beautifully vulnerable. I love that, Jesus came as a baby in the manger, and that we learn to, in Hindu culture, this rasa, this way of loving, there's different ways of loving, as a friend, as a father, to the mother, as a mother, to the Almighty, you can love to the child, and there's all these forms of love. And according to our nature, as devotional, loving beings, we can practice the one that makes most sense, which is why there's so many spiritual traditions, we could say. And also, in that tradition, you could choose to worship God as the child, or God as the Almighty, or God as the Ma. And the reason I'm bringing that up is whatever your body needs. For me, I sometimes think of myself as a loving parent to that. Like, oh, honey, what do you need right now? And to be honest, when I come up, I get a little nervous. Does anyone ever get nervous to talk in front of people? Yeah, and so what I think of is, like, let's do this together. What is your, just like take a breath in and let it out. And just to your body, sweetheart, thank you for coming here. Good job, body. What do you need now? And just listening and asking. It's like if a friend approaches you and they're really listening, how you can open up a bit. Maybe it wants to stretch a little. Go ahead. Maybe it wants to, sometimes I feel like my body wants to, I don't even know what it's about in the moment, but it just kind of wants to go, oh. So let's all do a little whimper. Oh. Yeah. And then sometimes it wants to be really happy. Let's go, very good, very good, very good. Yay! Let's do one of those. Very good, very good, very good. Yay! And it's like,
Go, Pete.
yeah. And sometimes it's like whatever it is, we can send the voice out looking for. It's something I do in the mornings. I just make little sounds and see what's in there to welcome it. So those friends that you can show up any old way and be authentic, those are healing relationships. And we hear a lot about post-traumatic stress, like the stress and it stays in the shoulders. But there's something also called post-traumatic growth. I was actually talking to Drew about this the other day because I said I was going to be pre-med before I did this. And I've studied in nature that in times of stress, things evolve. That's what happens. Can you imagine that the whales were like fox dogs and they ran out of food and so they went back to the ocean, hunted, and became whales? We have mammals that were on the land that are now amazing swimmers. I love them so much. But it's often in challenging times that we evolve as a species, that plants and animals diversify. But also, as humans, we evolve our hearts. How many of you can think of a time that your heart was challenged, but you found that you had more strength or more capacity than you thought? Can anyone think of a time like that? Yes. So I don't know why there has to be suffering in the world, but I do know, and it's an edgy thing to say, that you can always find some evolution out of it. And I believe that as any challenges that we're going through as humanity, there is going to be a tremendous growth spurt that's going to help us to be more interconnected, realize our interconnection, to care for us. In catastrophes, there's always stories of like a total stranger took me in and this person gave me what I needed, isn't it? And very much down to the level of trees. Trees anchor into the ground, and this is a funny thing, but once I used to sit by this tree, and over the years the banks were getting eroded and the tree was leaning farther and farther out. Have you seen that? And they're over the bank. And I had kind of a tweaky neck, which hurt when I stuck it out. And I happened to say in my heart, not expecting an answer, man, how are you holding yourself at that angle? Because, you know, it's hard to hold something. And as goofy as it is, I heard the tree said, I'm not. I heard it in my heart. It's that I'm letting myself interconnect with all the other trees, and they're holding me up. And in these times, we are coming together and we're going to realize how much we need and our interbeingness, as Thich Nhat Hanh says, with one another. And now they've discovered that trees, when a tree nearby it is having trouble, they can, through photosynthesis, take the power of the light and the carbon dioxide that we exhale, convert it into sugars and send it through the roots to the nearby soil around the trees that need it. Is that not amazing? And then, of course, there is the very fact that we're breathing with everyone else, that we're sharing molecules, and that we exhale CO2, and the trees take it in and give us oxygen. By the way, when you lose weight, I didn't know this, I learned this recently. Where does the weight go? In the carbon you exhale. Isn't that wild? So let's breathe together and remember our interbeingness with all of creation. And I'll just say one more thing about that. When we feel separate, we feel scared. It's our separation and our belief that we're separate from ourselves, truly from each other and from God, that makes us feel afraid. And then all kinds of nuttiness, hoarding, judging, all this happens. And the remedy is to realize our interconnection, literally on a physical level, and certainly on the level of the spirit that connects us all. So let's breathe together. This is something I chant as my own invocation sometimes. May I inhale the breath of love. Sing that. May I inhale the breath of love. May I exhale all the love I have to give. May I exhale. May I exhale all the love I have to give. I don't have to know how. I'm just saying, may it be so. The power of voice. May I inhale the breath of love. May I exhale all the love I have to give. One more time, may we inhale. May we inhale the breath of love. May we exhale all the love we have to give. Yeah. One more. May we inhale the breath of love. May we exhale all the love we have to give. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. And so we can just code in that any time we want to connect to our realization of our interconnectedness, which softens our hearts, we can just take a breath and ask Sweet Source to remind us. Ruach is the word in Hebrew for that indwelling spirit. We can think of that as we breathe, which happens all day long. And when you remember, we can say, oh yay, I remembered. Or as I like to say, because it connects both sides of my brains, anytime you remember to breathe and remember that we're not so disconnected, you could do this. Do it with me now. Very good, very good, very good. Yay, high 10. Very good, very good, very good. Yay. Yeah. And that's a significant counteract to the so many times in the day we might sometimes go, oops, I did that wrong, or was it good enough, or that news thing. Instead, we can just be like, I showed up. Oh, I remembered to breathe. Every time you remember you breathe to breathe, give yourself a very good yay, at least internally. Yeah, that's what I recommend. I wanted to share, as we're thinking of it, I'm so glad you told me of Richard Tedeschi, because I was speaking to Richard about, and Michael Malone too, who was having this very insightful conversation with me about how, and my belief inherently that things are evolving, even when they look hard. You know, faith is a bird who sings in the dark, knowing the dawn will come, says William Butler Yeats' favorite poet, Rabindranath Tagore. And Richard Tedeschi says areas of post-traumatic growth that are very common, not in everybody, but in people who choose to do a practice or open up, is there can be a greater appreciation for life. There can be new possibilities. You go in directions you didn't expect. Bob Dylan, the great poet, said, all of our best creativity comes through our limitations. You know, he was like not the best singer, but he was a good poet. Channeled it into that. I mean, some people could say, I like his voice. I like all the quirky voices, but you know, there's personal strength. How many of you found that personal strength when you went through something hard? Yeah. How many of you went in a new direction and it turned out right? Did you ever pray for something and it didn't happen and thank goodness? How come that thing didn't last? Yeah. It evolves our relationships. When we've faced challenges, doesn't our empathy grow? Oh, I know what that feels like. Oh, your heart hurts. Oh, break up. Oh, that thing, I'm with you. We learn how to be more empathetic. And then spiritual growth, because we start asking the big questions. Oh, this body is fallible? Oh, I'm not the body? So there's so many things that happen that we can start to look for the blessings. It's not to deny. And the other thing is, what makes this possible isn't by avoiding and be like, da-da-da, nothing happened. Because avoiding can lead to addiction or dissociation. We can come right in like Jesus with the lepers. He came right in and touched them. We can touch all those places in ourselves and meet them with that love. And when we don't know how, we say, I don't know how. Help me let go of this shame. Let me let go of this blame. You know? And so it makes me want to sing this song. There's a poem by Rumi. Can you imagine that, 1,000 years later, we're singing these old poems of a Sufi Muslim poet? This was set to music by a woman named Zuleika, and I love it. And I invite us to sing it to all the parts in ourselves or each other that we've judged. And it's, come, come, whoever you are, this caravan knows no despair. Meaning you're all welcome. We're not gonna stay drowning in it. We just keep moving. Come on. Come, come, whoever you are, this caravan knows no despair. Come, come, whoever you are. Next part. Whoever you are, come. That line. Come, come, whoever you are, whoever you are, come. Here we go. Wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving, come. How do I leave? How do I wander? Wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving, lover of leaving, come. Let's do that again. Wanderer, wanderer, worshipper, worshipper, lover of leaving, lover of leaving, come. Even if you've broken your vows, perhaps 1,000 times. Yes, even then, even if you've broken your vows, perhaps 1,000 times. Come, 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 whoever you are, whoever you are, come again. Come, come, whoever you are, whoever you are, come. It's not that we don't take action to make change, but we can allow everything and everyone in our hearts. And in that, we become free and powerful like the source of love. The first line together. Come, come, whoever you are, this caravan knows no despair. Again. Come, come, whoever you are, whoever you are, whoever you are, come, whoever you are, welcome. But I don't know how. How could I possibly? Oh, sweet Lord, you make the mute to sing. You make the crippled to walk across the mountains. It's as easy to grow a buttercup as a mountain. Mukam karoti vachalam Pangam langayate girim Yat kripa Tamaham vande Paramananda Madhavam Madhavam Madhavam. O sweet one, when we remember your miraculous nature, we dwell in the bliss of the divine. So may you remember your interconnectedness. May you take care of your beautiful nervous system and mind. Every time you breathe, may you feel the support and interconnection of all of us. Thanks and praise.
Wow, I just took a little journey. I got to ride back here for a second. Thank you so much. It was so beautiful. Now we'll have our greeters come forward, and let's just stay in that space of offering freely, knowing we can let go of everything. So we're going to say our blessing that's on our screen together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. With infinite gratitude, so it is. I just want to say this morning has been a morning of beauty. Just beauty. Let's all breathe that in for a moment. What Benny, what Gina, what our musicians have offered is true beauty. And that's in here always. So thanks for your generosity and kindness and knowing that we're all getting there together. So now we have our final prayer.
Okay, so we know that spirit exists in this spot. We know that we feel that spirit. We know that there is a healing happening right here this morning. Didn't you all feel it? Didn't you just feel it wash over you? The music is the outpouring of spirit. The voice of Gina is the outpouring of spirit. The outpouring of spirit is this guarantee of healing, whatever the issue is. Whether it's your health, a relationship, a bad day, or something victorious and beautiful. All of that just says to each one of us, spirit is. There's no was or can be or will be. It's is. In this moment and in every moment. Choose love. Choose joy. Choose hope. Yes, there are gifts, but there are also things that we have to intrinsically believe. Believe in love. Believe in hope. Believe it, because you are it. And I'm so grateful. And I just close this healing prayer knowing that it's already done. Before we speak the words or think the thoughts, it's done. And I'm grateful. Thank you, sweet spirit. And so it is.
Now, Gina's going to lead us through a final song together of chanting. And so one more time, the wonderful Gina Salā.
Thank you so much. I thank you again, Roderick Overman and Pete Beresford, and John's up here joining. And you are welcome to stand or sit as you like. I want to share, in the Hindu tradition, you often end with this prayer, which is a prayer of recognition of surrender and divine. And it says, oh God, you're my mother, Mata, and my father, Pita, my friends, Jessica, and all my relations, all the wisdom, all the necessities. You're the all and everything. So I'll start with that, my friends. And then I'm going to invite, maybe some of you to say aham prema. Can you say that? Aham prema. That means I am divine love. It's a beautiful mantra. And sometimes I sing it. I just, like the dishwasher that's going, my dishwasher goes for a long time. And you kind of hear it. If your mind's not doing something very useful, might as well just aham prema, aham prema. That's one thing. Or any mantra that works for you. Mantras are packages of energy. And then this side we're going to say, and you could do either part wherever you're sitting, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, which is sending peace to all. And here's my secret. If I want to get in a good mood, I send blessings. If you want to get happy, send blessings. If you see a news article that you don't like, send blessings. When I hear a siren, there's something I say every time I hear a siren. I say Om Namah Shivaya, which is bringing peace. But just make it a habit that you get all these tags throughout the day that remind you. Because if you're like me, you forget sometimes. So if you decide, every time I turn on the light, I'm going to give thanks to the source of light. Every time I hear a siren, I'm going to say a certain same thing every time. Make it simple. And if you want to get happy, send blessings. I feel so happy and blessed to sing with you. So invocation, remembering God and all, and then chanting together with all these lovely beings. Let's start Om. Tvameva Mata Om Japita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhush Jasaka Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam God in all, in everyone I meet. Mama Deva, Deva. And filled like this with the sweet divine, I have nothing to do but give thanks and praise, to remember the love within. Aham Prema, Aham Prema. Join Roderick if you like. Aham Prema. Shall we stand up, those who want to? Yeah. Aham Prema. I am divine love. Feel that in your body, the buzz of the Can you feel it in your mouth? Can you feel it in your chest? Can you feel it in your head? On your lips? And others of us? Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Either one. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti. Let's take our hands out and send it to the world. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Keep going. Om Shanti. And some people are hungry, man. Om Shanti, Om. Aham Prema. Aham Prema. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. We send our blessings to all. Salam, Shalom, peace to all and love to all. Hey, what paz play, dona nobis pacem. Peace to all and light to all and love to all. Peace to all and love to all and light to all. Salam, shalom, paz, peace. Dona nobis pacem. Om Shanti. And to each other in this room and out on Zoom land, Shanti. Om and you too. Om Prema. Om And let the big breath drop in. Let's let the big breath drop in and out. And every time we remember to notice our breath, we can remember Aham Prema, I am that divine love. We can remember that we are sourced and supported and interbeing. And let's give a great big, very good yay to each other and to all of us who are choosing love, which is all around the world. Here we go. Very good, very good, very good. Yay! Thank you all. Thank you, John. Thank you, Roderick. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, Drew.
Thank you.